Hello everyone, I am Raymond Cruz. For today's video, I will be discussing the Filipino traits and their characteristics. This value system and Filipino characteristics help us in our everyday life. It serves as our guide in decision making by knowing what to do, how to react, and where to go next that align to the value system we have. So let us move to the first positive traits, which is having faith in God. We may have different religions in different sectors of our country, but what is consistent is that we all have one strong form of faith. Having faith is having trust. You must believe with your entire being that God has your back and will help and protect you. He knows what is best for you, but you must fully trust Him in order to fully embrace what He has planned for you. Our faith is not ignorance, for our God is both faithful and good. Next positive traits do Filipino have is close family ties. We enjoy the feeling of having and knowing family members around us, from cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. Some families share their homes, celebrate holidays, and lend a hand to relatives when it is needed. When you have close family ties, you feel secure and loved when having strong and positive family relationships. Positive family relationships help families resolve conflict, work as a team, and enjoy each other's company. Positive family relationships are built on quality time, communication, teamwork, and appreciation of each other. Next positive traits do Filipino have is welcoming to visitors. When we have people visit our homes, we always welcome them with smiles, conversation, and food. A welcome goes beyond words. It creates a feeling of caring and gives a sense of pleasure. A sincere welcome reaches out and positively pulls guests into the hospitality environment they have chosen and make guests feel like they have made a good choice. Another positive trait do Filipino have is obedient and dutiful. We Filipinos, we always respect and follow what our parents and adults advise us to do. Not talking back and trusting the adults around us has always been a part of who we are. You should never be blindly obedient or dutiful to any authority, including parents and nation. If your parents respect you and you are worthy of respect in return, then you can treat them just as you would any other equal. Similarly, if your nation treats you as a citizen with respect and dignity, then you are entitled to feeling a sense of pride about your country, and perhaps even a sense of duty. Another positive trait that Filipino have is being respectful. From the mano to saying po and opo to our elders. These words that are part of our language show how we respect people. Respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even when they are different from you or you don't agree with them. Respect in your relationships builds feelings of trust, safety, and well-being. Another positive trait that Filipino have is being helpful. It is expected that we help out in the house and offer help to siblings, friends, and relatives when we can. We have the bayanihan spirit in us, and it is why in times of calamities or disasters, Filipinos are mostly helpful to one another, because helping others gives us a sense of purpose. Purpose, a master plan for life, sets context, helps guide life decisions, and creates meaning. Another positive trait that Filipino have is being diligent and patient. Majority of our livelihood in the Philippines is based on agriculture. It takes a lot of back-breaking work to plant the fields. Then it takes patience to care, water, and harvest it. Another positive trait that Filipino have is being resourceful and creative. During the times when we don't have the means to accomplish something, we find ingenious ways of using what we have to solve our problems. Resourcefulness is a crucial leadership skill for today's generation of leaders. A resourceful person is one that is able to quickly adapt to new or different situations, is able to find solutions, think creatively, and sometimes manage with what they have available to them. Another positive trait that Filipino have is being cheerful. Because we've been through a lot of trials in our history, Filipinos have learned not to be depressed. Rather, we find a joke and try to have fun even during times of difficulty. If there's one trait that the Filipinos are known for, aside from being hospitable, it is our ability to be happy and stay positive no matter the circumstances. Another positive trait that Filipino have is being thrifty and frugal. We don't like to waste anything since we don't have a lot. We are careful of what we have, knowing that it will serve us well for a long time. Yes, being thrifty is a good thing. In fact, there are a number of benefits to living a thrifty lifestyle. For example, thriftiness can help you save more money, improve your financial stability, and get out of debt. All of which, in return, may lead to a lower level of financial stress. We all know Filipinos does not always have positive traits. We also have negative traits that we need to work on. First in the line negative Filipino trait is being ningas kogon, which means we start something eagerly but lose momentum and don't tend to finish or reach long-term goals. Ningas kogon is lack sustained perseverance. It also means a tendency among individuals to start a new venture or task with too much enthusiasm and effort, but after some time, will take a pause or will suddenly stop working until such time that they lose interest in the venture or task. Another negative Filipino trait is manana habit, where sometimes Filipino would like to put off doing things until it is too late. Examples are fixing what needs to be fixed or saving money for future expenditures. Manana habit makes you delay the most important because it is a habit. It means that when you have challenging tasks, your default is to avoid doing them until you have no choice but to do them. The cure to manana habit is another habit. Another negative Filipino trait is crab mentality. Filipinos sometimes get jealous of others people's success, that they find a way to pull the other person down, rather than striving to be better. Crab mentality can make the general group environment much more unpleasant. Crab mentality can cause the people who have it to waste time doing things that don't benefit them. Crab mentality can amplify negative emotions, such as greed and jealousy, among the people who have it. Another negative Filipino trait is colonial mentality. If something is made in America or of a foreign brand, we think it is of a greater quality. So we buy foreign products more than we buy locally made products. A colonial mentality is the internalized attitude of ethnic or cultural inferiority felt by people as a result of colonization. Example of this is being colonized by another group. It corresponds with the belief that the cultural values of the colonizer are inherently superior to one's own. Another negative Filipino trait is bahala na. When helpless, we tend not to act to solve our problems. We usually don't plan ahead or plan for contingencies. Instead of covering all our bases, we simply let the fates dictate what will happen. This trait means leaving everything to chance or letting the circumstances take care of itself. It implies fatalism under the pretext of trusting in divine providence by saying, bahala na. A person resigns himself to luck as he believes the end result depends ultimately on fate. Another negative Filipino trait is being sore losers. Many times, Filipino become very competitive and hate losing. At times when we lose, we find a way to get even. The last negative Filipino trait is having lack of discipline. Pollution, traffic rules, and following the law are things Filipino tend to ignore. We like to sell our wares on the streets, beat the red light, and throw our garbage in the wrong places. In fact, another lack of discipline is failure to discipline children often results in kids who are unhappy, angry, and even resentful to those around them. A child who is not disciplined will be unpleasant company, and a child without discipline may find it difficult to make friends. And that's it for my video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you've learned something.